We're gonna do the biggest community organized Webflow meetup on the planet. And here we are. I just was looking for something more, right? Because WordPress is cool. There's lots of things you can do with WordPress, but the technical limitation is so significant, right? And to be able to do something visually, like you can do with WordPress, is so much harder. So I was always looking for this other thing. And when I found Webflow in 2017, I didn't believe it, right? I logged in, and maybe you guys have a similar story where you log in, you see it, and you think it's like a drag and drop thing, or you think it's gonna be a something because it's like, Webflow's easy, look what I can do. I can build this in a day. And then you jump in, and like, how many times I beat my head against the wall that is Webflow for like 6 months just trying to figure this out. I would start a project, and I would dump a project. And I would start a project, and I would dump a project. And when it finally clicked was watching Nelson's live streams. And I know probably, like, raise your hand if Nelson was some kind of inspiration in your world in Webflow, like getting started in this space. And it's huge. Like, you guys, the camera didn't see that, but literally like 2/3 of the room just raised their hand. And so watching his live streams, I was like, oh, I can do this. And that led me to then start thinking about, okay, this WordPress meetup has been so valuable to me because that WordPress meetup helped me stand out as an individual in my local market. It helped me become the expert in the space. And next thing you know, I'm a guy who was a college dropout, a design school dropout, who got lost in the world of sales for a while, and now was like hacking his way into tech because he learned this tool called WordPress. And the community around it that helped me grow was so valuable to me. And so when I started learning and migrating that into Webflow, I was like, hey, I gotta change this meetup. Because I'm no longer interested in running this WordPress group, but we were all interested in learning about the web and kind of building things. And so that's when I switched to the Webflow meetup. That's when we did the debate, the WordPress versus Webflow debate. That was 3 years ago. That led to the No Code Conf. And 3 years later, here we are. And the power of community, the power of starting that little group, the change it had in my career, the trajectory, that it like pushed me towards was transformation, right? Some Puerto Rican nobody with no dollars to his name. Literally, like I had $5 in my bank account when I landed my first website. And the company trusted me with $10,000 to build them a website and design a logo. And it changed my life. And from that moment on, being able to like teach other people or show people that door and just say, come on, look, sit in front of the screen, spend a few hours to learn this tool, and you can open up any door you want in the world. And it changed, like it's changing lives of people. Like how many people in this room have a similar story where you're just like, I don't belong in the tech world, but here I am learning a tool and making as much money as I need to live and survive. And that's an amazing story. And I think that's what powers the growth of this community, because once you break that threshold, all you want to do is say, hey, come with me. Let me show you this thing. You're a super talented creative person. Let me show you. And I think that's what brings the exponential growth in this community is that people just wanting to figure out, like, how do you take that next step and how do you bring people with you?